The second category is self-employed and professionals, or what they call SEP. Under the RA 10963 or the Train Law, self-employed and professionals are defined as follows. First is self-employed. It is a sole proprietor or independent contractor who reports income earned from self-employment. It is also a professional whose income is derived purely from the practice of the profession and not under an employer-employee relationship. He or she controls who he or she works for, how work is performed, and when it is done. Meanwhile, professional is a person formally certified by a professional body belonging to a specific profession by virtue of having completed a required course of studies and/or practice, whose competence can usually be measured against an established set of standards.
So for this example, Juan is a owner of a dental clinic, and then Juan's gross income for 2021 is $1,250,000. And the table below shows a list of Juan's dental clinic's declared expenses. These would be the following: office rental, office equipment, water, electric, and salaries. So I will be explaining two methods of getting the net taxable income, which is the ID and the OSD method. So for the ID method, you would add up all your itemized deductions, all the office rental, office equipment, water, electric, salaries. That would get you $515,000. And then you would subtract your total itemized deductions from your gross income, which would result into $735,000, which will be your net taxable income. Next is you would look at your annual income tax table. For this example, it falls under $735,000 falls under the $400,000 lower limit and the $800,000 upper limit. You would then subtract $400,000 from your net taxable income, which will result in $335,000. And then you will look at the tax on lower limit, which would be $30,000. So $30,000 plus 25% multiplied by $335,000, which will result in your net tax payable, which is $113,750. The next method is the OSD method. It is similar to the ID method. Only difference is to get the total deductions, you would simply multiply 40% from your gross income. So for this example, $1,250,000 multiplied by 40% would be $500,000. And then subtract $500,000 from your gross income, which will result in your net taxable income of $750,000. And then you would do the same process of looking at your annual income tax table. Looking for this example, $750,000 falls under the $400 lower limit and $800 upper limit. Same method applies. Subtract $400,000 from your net taxable income, which will result in $350,000. And then tax on lower limit is $30,000. $30,000 plus 25% multiplied by $350,000, which will get you the result of $117,500. And that is your net tax payable for the OSD method. So for this example, it is actually better for one to use the ID method because it has a higher deduction and he has to pay less tax at the end.
And that is how you compute for the self-employed individuals and professionals. One more thing, they are typically assumed of as a hard-to-tax group, and the Bureau of Internal Revenue, or BIR, has increased its investigation of them recently. Thank you all for listening.